Hello, I am Casper, a dog with fur that makes you want to pet him. That's what someone said to me on the street once, before taking a photo and walking away. I am the same dog you photographed in the park 2 days ago. The one you said, "Oh my God, hello, big fluffy boy," and didn't touch. People are strange. We dogs sniff what interests us, and you take pictures and move on. And I'm left behind, a kind of living souvenir for stories. You know what's funny? I look like I love attention because I'm smiling, because I have a tail that has a life of its own, because I'm a golden retriever, not, say, a cynical pug with a German background. But honestly, attention without touch is like a cookie without smell. It may be beautiful, but what's the point? I've noticed that people pretend to be happy as soon as the camera turns on. They don't laugh, they react. They don't live, they create content. Even cats have it tough now. They have to be not just cute, but virally cute. And that got me thinking. Because honestly, I'm not always a sweetheart. I never give paw. I often grumble at the toaster. Sometimes I bark at the mirror. Well, there's a suspicious dog in there. And sometimes I get offended by the ficus. It just annoys me. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood, and I lie there like a sausage, without enthusiasm. But you know what? You don't have to be liked by everyone, even if you have silky fur. That's what my inner mutt told me. It lives somewhere deep beneath the pedigree and pedigree treats. And from time to time it tells me, "Casper, don't sell yourself for cheap attention. You're not a food commercial. You're a living being." And I'm like, oh, there are days when no one pays any attention to me. No one says, "What a cute dog." No one takes stories with me in the background. No one puts their hand on my soft ears. And at first I'm like, hey, hello, I'm here. I'm, well, silky. And then I say to myself, stop. This is finally some time to be alone in the quiet. Silence is like an old armchair. It creaks, it's a little uncomfortable, but if you settle in, it becomes cozy. I remembered my friend, Archie, a West Highland White Terrier. We sometimes meet up. He is being trained for competitions and groomed 3 times a day. He has his own Instagram profile and even a blanket with his photos on it. And you know what? He doesn't sleep. Ever. Because he's afraid that if he falls asleep, he'll be forgotten. They'll create a new brand, a new blanket, with a different dog. In the photos, he's beaming. He lives in the spotlight. But inside, he feels pain and anxiety. And then I look at myself. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm not posing. I can't keep up with trends because they're rushing by, and I'm lying there. And the most interesting thing? I'm happy. Not because I'm adored. It's because when I'm alone, I'm not bored with myself. Value isn't in what people think of you. It's in how you feel when no one is around. When there are no likes, no praise, not even treats. Just you and your paw, which you can lick a little. I checked. If I don't do anything interesting, I still exist. Wow, right? Sometimes I lie in the dark. And I know that now is not the time to be a star. Now is the time to be pajama-clad Casper with slightly tangled fur, but with a sincere smile. I used to watch a lot of TV. Every 5 seconds there was a new commercial, a new wow face, a new trick, a new sound. I tried to do something content-worthy too. I climbed onto the couch backwards. I ate a banana with a philosophical look on my face. I even sat in a hat for a whole 3 seconds. And what? Andrew said, "You're funny, but not viral." And I thought, I'm not sick. I'm a healthy dog. I don't need to be viral because I'm not TikTok. I'm Casper. I don't change my style every day. I don't do challenges to prove that I'm interesting. My only challenge is not to fall off the couch when I dream that I'm running, and also to be myself. Even when everyone is shouting, be brighter, be more active, be, be, be. Coolness isn't about likes. It's when you don't change with every swipe. Because if you bend over backwards to be liked, who are you when you finally straighten up? I know I'm not always content, but I'm always Casper. I can be smart and snore. I can be cute and yell at a coat rack. I can be cool and not be liked. And that's not a tragedy. It's character. You don't have to be everything to everyone, because then there's no room left to be someone for yourself. And you know what? Everything important in my life happened without a camera. When I first met Andrew, he didn't say, "You're so handsome." He just picked me up, hugged me, and stroked my hair. That's not a like. That's presence. When I was sick and didn't bark for a few days, no one wrote, "Hang in there, redhead." But someone brought me a blanket, pushed the water closer to me, and just stayed there, also without filters. When I lie down and just breathe, I know that I exist, and I don't have to prove it to anyone, not even to myself. Because if you're always proving that you're worthy of attention, you won't have time to just be. I remember all your, "Oh, what a cute dog," but I love those who say nothing, who just sit down next to me and scratch me behind the ear. Because true attention is when you're not being filmed, when people stay. And that's when I feel like I'm cool. Not because I'm being liked, but because I am, just as I am. I'm not looking for approval. I'm looking for a pillow and a warm knee and food, because I always love to eat well. And that, in my opinion, is much deeper than a reaction. The meaning isn't when everyone applauds. It's when everyone is silent and you feel calm. That was my story. You don't have to share it. I'll still be cool. But if you do share it, maybe somewhere in the world someone else will remember that coolness isn't about the wow effect, but about not being ashamed of yourself. And then, look, life will wag its tail in response. That was Casper, a golden retriever, philosopher, foodie, and sleeper. If the world falls apart again, come back. We'll be together, because I'll be here.